Hello students, today's our topic is solid state chemistry. Solid state chemistry, if we saw its definition, then the branch of a physical chemistry which deals about structure and properties of solids. There are two types of solids, crystalline solid and amorphous solids. There is a difference between the crystalline solid and amorphous solid. If we saw, the crystalline solids have a definite ordered arrangement of molecules or atoms, but in the amorphous solids there is no ordered arrangement. Another, the crystalline solids are anisotropic and the amorphous solids are isotropic. There is a sharp melting point in crystalline solids, but no definite sharp melting point in amorphous solids. Crystalline solids are electrical and thermal conductivity, good conductor of electrical and heat, but the amorphous solids are non-conductors of electricity and heat. Next is the crystallography. Crystallography is the branch of science in which we determine the arrangement of atoms in a crystalline solids. There are main three types of laws of crystallography. These are known as the fundamental laws of crystallography. First is the law of constancy of interfacial angles. Second is the law of rational indices, and the last is the law of constancy of symmetry. Now the first, the law of constancy of interfacial angles. According to this law, that the angle between the adjacent corresponding faces is the interfacial angle of the crystal of a particular substance is always constant in spite of different shapes and size and mode of growth of the crystal. As we shown in the diagram, there is three different shapes, but in three different shape of crystals of the same substance, but the angle of interfacial angle theta is equals to 90 in every structure. So our law of constancy of interfacial angles also says that there is the angle is same if the size and the growth of crystal change. Next is the law of rational indices. According to this law, the ratio of the intercepts of different faces of a crystal with the three axes are constant. Here we saw in the diagram, there are two planes A, B, C and the K, L and M plane. In KBC, if we saw the axis, then A, B and C are the intercept of this face. According to the law of rational indices, in the plane of ABC and in the plane of KLM, the ratio of the intercepts is equal or a simple whole number multiple. The next, the law of constancy of symmetry. This law states that all crystals of a substance have the same element of symmetry in this plane of symmetry, axis of symmetry and the center of symmetry. According to this law, the total number of planes, axes and the center of symmetry is possessed by a crystal is called the element of symmetry. If we saw the cubic crystal, then there is total number of element of symmetry is 23, in which plane of symmetry number is 9, axis of symmetry is 13 and the center of symmetry is 1. In this slide we saw the element of symmetry in cubic crystal, which saw the plane of symmetry in which rectangular plane of symmetry is 3 and the diagonal plane of symmetry is equals to 6. In next slide we show that the total 13 axes of rotation of a cube, which 3 is the order of rotation, symmetry is equals to 4, Next, in which the order of rotation symmetry equals to 3, and the next is the order of rotational symmetry is equals to 2. Next slide show the element of symmetry in a cubic crystal is the center of a symmetry. There is a one center present in a cubic crystal. So the order of center of symmetry is equals to 1. Now we saw the symmetry operation in a crystal. A symmetry operation is an operation performed on a crystal of such that the crystal transformed into a state indistinguishable from the starting state. It means that if we operate these type of operations, then we saw the same structure as we started first. There are three type of symmetry operations: plane of symmetry, axis of symmetry, and the center of symmetry. First is the plane of symmetry in a crystal. Plane of symmetry, it is an imaginary plane on a crystal system. With respect to this, the plane the crystal is divided into two halves. One half is the mirror plane of the other half. There is two type of plane symmetry: rectangular plane of symmetry and the diagonal plane of symmetry. Here we saw the rectangular plane of symmetry, in which the imaginary plane passing through the midpoints of two opposite faces of a crystal. With respect to the plane, the crystal is divided into two halves and the mirror images of each other. Next is the diagonal plane of symmetry, in which the plane is passes through the diagonal of the two opposite faces and divided the plane into two halves, and one half is the mirror image of the another. Next point, rotational axis of symmetry in the crystal. This is an imaginary line which is passes through the crystal system. With respect to this axis, the crystal is rotated by an angle gives the same appearance. There are total four type of rotational axis of symmetry: two-fold rotational axis of symmetry, three-fold, four-fold, and six-fold. In two-fold rotational axis of symmetry, if we rotate the crystal angle by an 180-degree angle, then we found the same structure of the crystal. In three-fold rotational axis of symmetry, we rotate the crystal by an 120-degree angle. In four-fold rotational axis, we rotate the crystal at 90-degree angle, and in six-fold rotational axis of symmetry, we rotate the crystal at 60-degree angle. Next is the center of symmetry in the crystal. Center of symmetry, this is a point in the crystal. With respect to this point, a line draw in opposite direction that intersects the surface of the crystal at equal distance in the both directions. So it is called as the center of symmetry. Our next topic is the Miller indices. If we saw its definition, then it is a set of integers which are used to describe a given plane in a crystal. The procedure for determining the Miller indices are as follows. First of all, we prepare a 3-column table with the unit cell axis at the top of the column. Enter in each column the intercepts. Invert all numbers and clear fractions to obtain K, H, K, L values. So there is an example to calculate the Miller indices. In this example, we calculate the Miller indices of a crystal plane which cut through the crystal axis at 2A, 3B and C. Here we draw a table. Unit intercepts A, B, C and the intercepts multiple of a plane. Here the multiple of A is equals to 2, the multiple of B is 3 and the C is 1. So we reciprocal of all the numbers, then A is equals to 1 by 2, B is 1 by 3 and C is 1. Then convert the fraction into the whole number. Then we find the final values 3, 2 and 6. So the Miller indices are 3, 2, 6 for a plane, and the HKL values is 3, 2, 6 respectively. Thank you students.